Hello, this is Reverend J.L. Franklin, President of the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. Let me first of all say Happy New Year. And again, we want to thank you for all of the support that you have given us. This is going to be an exciting year. It has already begun. And if you would like to become a member of the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action, please call the Freedom Fighter Hotline at 337-215-5353. Or if you'd like to send us a contribution to help us stay on the front line in the fight right here in our own backyard, please mail your contributions to the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action, P.O. Box 836. We want to hear from you, by the way. P.O. Box 836, Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70602. Your contribution matters, and we humbly appreciate every single dime that you contribute to help us stay on the front line. Now, I want to say, let me also thank our staff who make all of these videos possible. We could not succeed without them, and they go beyond and above the call of duty. And so we're so grateful and appreciative. Now, let me just say this, because this is a very sad time for us. As you know, and perhaps you've already heard, Kobe Bryant, one of my favorites, NBA legend, played 20 seasons for the famous Los Angeles Lakers, along with 8 others, including one of his own daughters, Gigi, was killed in a helicopter crash on yesterday. Kobe Bryant, 41 years young, 5 NBA championships, an NBA MVP award, 18 NBA All-Star selections, and 2 Olympic gold medals. And I've had the privilege on numerous occasions to go to the Staples Center to see Kobe play. He was my favorite. And in his last final game, many of you remember who love basketball as I do, his last game, he hit 60 points. And so our prayers go out to his wife, Vanessa, and his other 3 little daughters and his parents. Trust me, they're going to need our prayers. Now, let's get right into it today. The president's view is entitled, Let's Look Up. We have to look up. But let me first of all revisit a few things very quickly. Again, we want to congratulate Governor John Bel Edwards on winning re-election. The governor's staff did send us tickets out for his inauguration, and we were thankful, and we certainly are appreciative. It was Monday, January the 13th, 2020, the same day, that's right, the same day that the LSU Tigers won. We're giving a shout out. The LSU Tigers 2020 College Football Championship. Congratulations to Coach O and the entire football team, and of course their staff. The champions for the 2020 college football champions. We're so grateful, humble, and like Coach O say, go Tigers. Now, let's face it. The next 4 years, these next 4 years are going to be tough for Governor John Bel Edwards. Yes, it is. They're going to be tough for him. The political pundits believe that, many believe he's lame duck, because if you haven't heard, there is a majority Republicans in the House and a majority, Senate majority Republicans, they're in the Senate. We've got some new leaders now. Republican Clay Shakespeare from Gonzales. He's the new Speaker of the House. He won this contentious battle for the post. And of course, there is Republican Paige Cortez from Lafayette. He's now the new Senate president. Governor John Bel Edwards is guaranteed. He's guaranteed to have an uphill battle getting legislation passed the way he wants to. Now, some of the things that's going to be difficult for him, changing the minimum wage laws in our state, roads and bridges, bringing teacher pay up to the Southern regional average, extending Medicaid, new taxes from any shortfalls from the budget. And of course, rest assured that conservative legislation will be written It's going to be debated. It's going to be passed and put on the governor's desk. In the House, let's just give you a breakdown very quickly. In the House, there are 68 Republicans, 35 Democrats, and only 2 independents. And then in the Louisiana Senate, there are 27 Republicans and only 12 Democrats. Democrats will be the ones having to make major compromises. And what does this mean for Governor Edwards? Well, it has been said that he must now either become more politically conservative in order to make the government process work easier, or become more liberal to compensate for the drawn-out Democratic voices in the legislature. Some believe that if he leans politically to the right, there will be little change to many of his previously held political stances, most of which are already conservative. And in that case, they believe that the only major compromises he would have to make would be in the stances on raising taxes and extending Medicaid. But if he leans politically to the left in the upcoming years, there are those on the other side who believe that he would be standing up for the lost Democratic voice in the legislature. It might seem like a noble burden, but the result would be bitter partisan clashes within the Louisiana government, and you can rest assured there will be numerous special sessions and overall embarrassment to the state reputation. That's what some believe. The governor's good friend, you remember his good friend who was the Senate president, John Alaria? He's retired. And now the governor's going to have to find some new friends to get some of his legislation passed. Of course, those who are on the other side. But let's look at the bright side. Clay Shakespeare, who could not have won Speaker of the House without Democratic support. The session starts in March. So here's what I want to say, that famous term in boxing: let's get ready to rumble. Now, let me quickly say congratulations to a few other people. A special shout out to Judge Wilford Carter, who won House seat District 34. And boy, did the people speak. Congratulations on the new Calcasieu Parish Police Jurors. Mike Smith, who won District 2. Eddie Lewis won District 3. And Anthony Barty won District 9. Tony Guillory was reelected in District 4. And now he is the president of the police jury. Congratulations, Brother Tony. Now, we say to Brother Mike, we say to Brother Eddie, we say to Brother Tony, and we say to Brother Barty, you have our support. The Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. But remember that the people voted for change. So please, please don't get complacent. Now, if you do, you're rest assured that you'll hear from us. Now, we have several other upcoming races this year, not counting the national election for president in November. And I'll come back to that in just a moment. But we have some local judge races. 14 JDC, one on the Third Circuit Court of Appeals race. There's some local city judges. The races are up. There are going to be some rather interesting races. What I call, they're going to be some nail biters, because there's some wonderful candidates running. And then there's a DA race. Please don't forget the DA race. And now, I don't know if you're watching, I don't know how you can avoid it, but surely you're watching the impeachment hearings in the Senate of President Donald John Trump. But please, don't expect much to happen. The House Democrats know that he will not be impeached in the Senate. But here's the key. But they're hoping that at least out of the 20 senatorial elections this year, that 4 will lose. So Republicans, that is. So that the Democrats will gain control of the Senate and hopefully remain in control of both the House. All right? And so they'd love to win the White House at best. But if Trump gets reelected, the Democrats are hoping that they'll have control in both houses. Finally, the census is here. And March, just a couple months away, you're going to be contacted. It's very important that you respond, because our federal dollars, our state dollars, and local communities depend upon it. So please, make your voice count. You fill out the form when it comes to your home, send it in. That's just how important it is. Whether you're in Lake Charles, whether you're in Calcasieu, listen, we need you to be sure. Whether you're in Texas, whether you're in Virginia, wherever you are, this is the national census. Please be sure to fill that out. We celebrated last week Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. birthday on last week, and Dr. King would tell us, if he were here today, that the time is always right to do what is right. And he would also say that if a man hasn't found something he will die for, he isn't fit to live. This is Reverend J.L. Franklin, president of the Southwest Louisiana Community Coalition for Action. Let me tell you what we're doing. We're building a community of justice and equality for all. Until next time, God bless.